Hi, today we're opening the latest Title Booster 06 Monster Strike Volume 2. Right, so we're opening 3 boxes. Right, so this is the second volume of the Monster Strike series. Alright, so this is another title booster that's based on the mobile game, Monster Strike. Alright, so this time around we have a few new mechanics, and we finally have those effects triggers. Right, so I will explain about the new mechanics as we open the pack. Right, so for the basic mechanic for Monster Strike, the unique ability will be the gacha system, where you have a gacha dragon here where you can rest every turn and put the top deck into the monster box. And once per turn, you can swap a card from your hand with the same grade from any of the monster box and exchange them. Right, and there's a 10 roll gacha where you can roll 10 roll from top deck and call 3, if I'm correct, 3 units out from the box. Right, so this is the pack design. We have Lucifer holding a Vanguard card. Right, so this is the main unit that will be needed in every single deck. Right, in the right deck, you just need one copy. And also we have Neo and remember this is Bina. Right, so 3 of the main units from this set. Right, so just from this set you can actually build a few decks. And also if you have a previous set, you can actually throw in some of the card support, throw inside and upgrade your deck. Alright, so this is a pretty, I'll say, worth it set for Monster Strike fans. Alright, so for the pack, the amount of cards is the same. The only difference will be instead of the 16 packs per box, this is 12 packs. Alright, so we start off the new mechanic, which is the set order. So if you have played any mobile game that allows you to gacha, or well, I'm not sure what is it called in English, but basically for you to roll out characters. So we have event gacha and pickup gacha now. So each of the special units are categorized into a specific type, so they are under different banners. So at the start, when you write the Lucifer, right, you can search for one of these and set it onto the gacha reader, so you can add additional effects like look at top 5 instead of just top deck into the monster box. Right, so this is the new mechanics. Right, so most of the cards appear like what you when you play in the game. Right, so each pack comes with at least one rare and one rare and above at the back. Right, so this is the new front trigger, the one that gives you 20k shield. And right, we start off with this is the monster rare, MSR, sorry, Monster Strike rare. So every single card in this set will have a Monster Strike rare variant, which is a full art. Right, so you can actually full blink your deck. And not only that, we also have MSR Kiwami, which is alternate art, full art, and with nicer texture. There's also SSR, which are signed cards. Right, and if you're lucky, you can actually get a MSR Kiwami pack, which have all 5 Kiwami cards inside there and 2 triggers. Right, so this is a reprint of the Golden Egg, which is your starter. Another pickup jar. Right, so this is the new over trigger for this set. So for Monster Strike, all over triggers come with 2 abilities. So when you trigger it during attack, you can actually activate either one of them. So for this new one, right, if your opponent have more if you have more cards in your damage than their opponent, you can heal to the same amount. Or the second effect, you can from your drop zone choose one unit, call in the rearguard circle, and during this turn you get power plus 10k. So you either heal all the way, or you actually call out another unit with power plus 10k. Alright, so if you were to get rush in the early game, let's say you can fight against 1, you can just heal all the way to 1. Right, and the previous one, for the previous over trigger for Lucifer, you actually get a heal 1 no matter how much the difference. Alright, so it will depend on your strategy. Right, so there's a lot of combination. Definitely a deck that's very suitable for a tournament. Right, so our first double R, second double R. Right, so this series is actually very suitable for tournament because your opponent cannot predict what you're playing, as it's very I'll say free. You can do anything to the deck. There's a lot of combination, there's a lot of trigger combination, and you even have like 3 types of over trigger. Oh, this is Bina SSP, right? Let's open the SSP which sign over here. Right, this is a rainbow sign. I need a sleeve somewhere. Right, let me get a sleeve. I should have some on my table. Right, leave it up first. Right, so we managed to open one SSP. We're getting into the not better casing later. Right, so we have the SSP Bina, which is one of the main grade 3 from this set. Right, it's not that I'm not excited, but I currently damaged my throat and I can't really talk at this moment. Right. Right, so we managed to open one SSP. Right, so that's a total of 2, and we may even get the MSR Kiwami pack. Right, still chance. Right, triple R. So this is upgrade version of Uriel, which was one of the strongest Monster Strike deck from Booster 1. They have very good winning record. Right, and it's also one of my favorite. Right, the only downside for this set is I don't really get any upgrade for my Paradox Laplace deck. Double R. So this is a support for all the monster looking. So this is definitely a 4 copy in any of those decks. New Sentinel. Right, draw trigger MSR. Right, so like I said, every card have parallel. Right, so you can definitely just max rarity your deck. This is one of the most beautiful, I would say, one of the most beautiful max rarity deck, if you manage to do it. Abisu, new grade 3 support. Right, so I really like the new event, this new event system. It allows you to upgrade the deck without really giving a new grade 3 or whatever to the deck. So just changing your grade 1 to Lucifer and having the new event card, you can actually upgrade any of the previous deck with the same name on it, like Excalibur. Right, there's actually cards that actually support it. So you actually increase the gacha rate, I'll say, for any of the Monster Strike deck. Right, so having WGP like later in the year, I think this is a good series to invest in, as first of all, I would say most of your opponent do not know what to do when they have to face any of these decks. Right, so that's a very big advantage. And next thing is, even if they know they have played against any of the Monster Strike deck, most probably you can just swap a bit of the lineup and add some toolbox cards inside there, make it a toolbox deck. Right, so definitely a tournament level title booster. Right, so these are the spare cards with the reprints and all the event card, which you only need 1 per deck. Right, so because if you place the second one, the first one will be gone. Right, so the commons. For rares, we managed to open 1 of each. The new triggers. and also the Sentinel, right, which I can use it for my new deck, all the new triggers. So right now we have like 4 types, around 4 to 5 types per trigger. For double R, we managed to open 6 of them. Right, so 6 of them. We one ORR is 1 per box, so definitely have 1. Right now I have a lot of over trigger at this moment. Right, 3 triple R. Right, so this is a good grade 2 for any of the angels. The Heaven Guardian deck. 2 normal MSR and 1 beautiful SSP. Right, I don't think we can open the second SSP from the boxes because it comes from the same carton. But who knows? There may be a mispack. Or we may even open the MSR Kiwami pack. Right, we did manage to open one volume 1. Right, the downside this time around will be the lack of box topper. But previously there was like some beautiful box topper with the if I recall it was the Sentinel. Right, we start off with a double R. This monster box token. I'm not sure whether it's a must play during tournament. I mean it just stays on the field and it's not part of the deck. So do I need to bring one? Or what happens if I were to forget to bring it along? Right, so we have the MSR for the rare. Right, definitely a collection thing. Actually I have like a few pages in my album with all the MSR and it looks fabulous. And especially if you were to like, you know, have all your right line in MSR or MSR Kiwami, it looks very, very awesome. Right, the downside will be the ratio, as we have like 15 types of triple R, but there's only like 3 copies per pack. Right, it will take almost the whole case just to have a play set, which is I'll say is a very sad thing. Right, means that most players will need to buy like singles or lots of packs just to build a deck. Right, and for title booster, normally the shops do not like hold a lot of the singles, as they only like specific target unless it's like very, very popular titles. That's one of the downside I feel about the title boosters. Alright, we have another monster looking MSR. So this is from which deck is this from? Actually this is quite generic, but Eliminator, if your opponent have 3 or more in bind zone, this unit get intercept. Right, so this is for the Grostic divided ones, if I remember correctly. Right, so it's a very unique deck that actually bind your opponent's card, which is very, very strong at this moment, as they are the only one with that ability. This is the main grade 3. Right, so definitely something that most that will not be able to react to during events. Right, new reverse mode. Right, we have Solomon, which is a very generic unit for most of the decks. Right, so that's for the second box. Right, let's put aside the commons. And rest. Right, so for the high rarity we have 2 MSR. I can't say beautiful because of this thing. Right, and 3 triple R, just like the previous box. And 7 double R. Sorry, 6 double R with 1 OR. Right, so right now I have a lot of this. I'm not sure what to do with it. Which, I mean, not all decks will use this over trigger, right? So different over trigger actually have different decks that work well with it. So I'm still deciding which one to have this inside. Right, so last box. Right, heel trigger and front trigger. So last box, let's just do it quickly. Hopefully open something good. Right, and this is Polaris. Sorry about that. So we have the Five Sword Under the Heaven, the fake token deck, I say. Right, so this is the main grade 3 for the Swordsman deck. So we have Onimaru, which is the main grade 3. Alright, so we even have full art version of the other card. Alright, so from the last box, we managed to open 2 full art, which is the event, Right, this actually looks pretty good. Actually looks very cool if you have like all 6 of them inside the album. The 3 triple R's will be Polaris, Dojigiri, and Onimaru. So 2 of them from the 5 Sword Under the Heaven, and we have 1 from the Beast Deity Festival. Then as usual we have 6 double R and 1 ORR. Alright, let's take a look at the higher rarity that we managed to open this time round. Right, so for the higher rarity, we managed to open 1 SSP. This will definitely be in the right deck. MSR. Right, so there's actually 1 MSR Kiwami that came from the previous box. So the difference will be the the coating will be like, you know, there's a bit rough, and also it's actually an alternate art. Let's take a look at the normal art. We have opened one just now. Alright. So for the MSR, it will be the alternate art of this. It will be look exactly like this, full art, but if MSR Kiwami will have an alternate art. Right, so 1 Kiwami, and the rest will be the normal MSR. Right, at this moment I'm planning how to, like, you know, decorate them inside my album. Alright, so we managed to open 3 of the events. These are all event gachas. Alright, what I was aiming for was the pickup gacha. Alright, so that's all for the unboxing. So if I'm not wrong, this should be the last unboxing we have this month. Next month we'll be doing the Chronojet set, right? The supply set with Chronojet units with Stride, right? So we finally have Stride in the D series, right? And the first one will be Chronojet. So next month will be Chronojet, and if I'm not wrong, there should be one more unboxing, which I can't remember which game was it. I think it should be the Switch game. Alright, so just like this month, the videos will be like 4 videos per week, right? A lot lesser than last time, but due to my scheduling, right? So thank you for watching, and see you again.